Hi, welcome to Podiatry Practice Mastery. Don here. I want to talk a little bit today about this whole issue with using patient presentations or using PowerPoints with your patients. Back in the day, before I started to use these, I think it's been about probably 10 years now, I met a doctor and I was shadowing a doctor and I had this idea and I was like, hey, we could do a little presentation for a patient and you can use PowerPoint and things like that. And he kind of shot me down. Probably shouldn't have listened to him because this probably would have come out a lot quicker. But you might be thinking that there's no way that you have time to use a presentation for your patients. You're maybe too overbooked, too busy, too things like that. A reason to do this patient presentations course or come to this webinar that I'm doing, even if you don't do it, I found it's beneficial for a couple of things. But first of all, you do have time. Now, the first presentation I ever did was like 20 slides long, and it took me way too long because I got way far behind. Since then, I've kind of compressed it into a lot less slides. And sometimes I only use one slide, like the patient checklist or the treatment evaluator slide that I'm doing it with patients. But another neat thing is that it clarifies your thinking of how your treatment process is. So for example, when we started to do like amnio or shockwave, it was very easy for me to just insert a slide on my Achilles presentation or my plantar fasciitis presentation. So a lot of times we're trying new things out and you can just include one slide. It makes it a lot easier when you're trying to include new treatments. The second thing that I found it beneficial for is that when you're seeing patients in the office, you can take those slides and you can record a little video. And so instead of doing the whole slide deck with them, I have a recorded video that I have them watch. So I'm going to go through kind of explaining how to do this within this presentation. So recording the slides on a video, put it on YouTube or somewhere, and then having patients watch it. You might not think that they'll watch it. Okay, I thought that as well, but they don't have a choice, right? They're a I'll send it to them when they get home. Well, when your patients are there, they're a captive audience. And so by having that recorded, a lot of times what I do is I introduce the topic. I say, hey, I made this little video. They watch it. And while they're watching it, I'm doing my charting. If you don't have a scribe, you can actually do your charting or even go see another patient and then come back. There's a doctor locally, Dr. Aronson, that he did this for his bunion surgery. So for example, patient wants bunion surgery, made them watch the bunion surgery video. He went out and saw another patient and then came back. I saw him using that. I was like, wow, I wonder if I could do that. So I sometimes stick around, sometimes I leave. It really depends how backed up I am. And then you can also send it to him afterwards, that link to the video. But those are a couple of the ways that you can do a workaround. I guess you could also use almost like a old-fashioned binder or a book format. You could print them out into a book, these presentations, but they're not as dynamic that way. But anyway, I'm going to be doing a webinar on this, and there's going to be a link underneath this video that you can link to that webinar, and you can join. And I'm going to explain the whole topic of patient presentations. You can see if it's kind of a good fit. Even if you watch this video afterwards, that link is going to be active, so you can watch any of the other the other things that I'll have up there. Sometimes it might just be a pre-recorded one. You can see the intro to it. There's other things that may be offering. Also, I'm going to put some videos here to the side. If you want to learn other things about Podiatry Practice Mastery, I would recommend you subscribe to this channel. You can get all the updates. And if you haven't gone and downloaded the 30-day practice blueprint on podiatrypracticemastery.com, I would recommend doing that. Okay, guys, great. Have a nice one.